You wake up tired, but not because you didn't sleep. Before your feet even touch the floor, your mind is already running. It replays what someone said yesterday. It rewrites the argument. It jumps ahead to a meeting that hasn't happened. It imagines what could go wrong. Your body is still in bed, but your mind is miles away. By the time you stand up, you've already lived through 3 fake conversations and 2 imaginary disasters. Your chest feels tight. Your energy feels low. You tell yourself life is heavy. But if you're honest, it's not life that's loud. It's your thoughts. All day, the noise follows you. While someone is talking to you, you're not fully listening. You're preparing a response. You're judging yourself. You're wondering if they like you. When you're alone, it gets even louder. The mind drags you into the past, reminding you of mistakes, awkward moments, things you wish you had said differently. Then it pushes you into the future, showing you worst-case scenarios like they're guaranteed to happen. You think you're being responsible. You think you're being smart by thinking so much. But nothing actually changes. The past stays the past. The future never arrives the way you imagine it. And the present moment, the only place where your real life exists, keeps slipping by unnoticed. One day, in the middle of all this mental noise, something small happens. You pause. Maybe you're holding a cup of water. Maybe you're standing by a window. For a brief second, you stop arguing with the thoughts. You don't try to fix them. You don't try to solve them. You just notice them. And something strange happens. The thoughts are still there, but you can see them. They're not you. They're just sentences passing through your mind. Like clouds moving across the sky. They appear, they change shape, they disappear. But something behind them stays still. Quiet. Watching. You realize you've been treating every thought like it's a command. Like it's the truth. Like it's who you are. What if I fail? I'm not good enough. This is going to go wrong. You've been obeying these sentences without questioning them. But in that small pause, you see the difference between you and the noise. If you can notice a thought, it can't be you. You are the one noticing. The mind doesn't like this discovery. It prefers drama. It prefers stories. It prefers problems to solve, even when nothing is wrong. It will remind you of old pain just to stay busy. It will invent future fear just to feel important. It cannot sit still in the simplicity of now. Because right now is quiet. Right now is just breathing. Just sounds in the room. Just light, color, sensation. Just the next small task in front of you. There is no storyline here. No past. No future. Just this. And you begin to see that your life was never as unbearable as it felt inside your head. Yes, you have challenges. Yes, problems are real. But the extra suffering, the shame, the endless predictions, the rehearsed arguments, was added by an undisciplined mind trying to protect you in the only way it knows how, by thinking more. But more thinking never brought peace. It only brought exhaustion. So you start practicing something simple. When a thought appears, you don't fight it. You don't follow it. You let it pass. You return to what's in front of you. The sound of your breathing. The feeling of your feet on the ground. The taste of your food. The person speaking to you. At first, the mind pulls you away every few seconds. That's okay. You gently bring it back. Again. And again. And again. Slowly, you notice something changing. There are small gaps between thoughts. Tiny spaces of silence. In those spaces, your shoulders drop. Your jaw relaxes. Your heartbeat slows. Nothing outside has changed. But inside, the noise is softer. You understand something you never fully understood before: you were never trapped by life. You were trapped by constant, unquestioned thinking. The door was never locked. And the key was simple. Not controlling every thought. Not winning every mental argument. Just choosing where your attention goes. Because wherever your attention goes, your life goes. And for the first time in a long time, you bring it back to now. If your attention always stays in your head, your life will feel small and tight, even if you travel, earn good money, or have people around you. Because wherever you go, your thoughts go with you. You carry the prison inside. So what can you do? Start with the body. The body is always in the present moment. Your mind can lie. Your body cannot. Your mind says, "I'm fine," but your shoulders are tight and your jaw is clenched. Your mind says, "I don't care," but your stomach hurts. Your mind says, "I'm strong," but your breathing is fast and shallow. Your body tells the truth. The moment you pay attention to your body, you return to reality. Try it now. Don't make it deep or complicated. Just feel your breath. Don't think about it, feel it. Where do you notice it most? In your nose? Your chest? Your belly? Even if you focus for 1 second, your mind becomes a little quieter. Why? Because your attention can only be in one place at a time. If it is on sensation, it is not lost in a story. That's the doorway. You don't need to fix your whole life. You just need to move your attention out of your head and into the present moment. Your mind will resist. It will say this is boring. It will say this won't help. It will tell you to check your phone or start worrying again. That's normal. That's the habit fighting back. You don't need to fight your thoughts. You just need to stop feeding them. A fire dies when you stop adding wood. Overthinking feels powerful not because it's true, but because you keep giving it attention. You grab a thought, stretch it, replay it, make it bigger, and then say it's ruining your life. Instead of fighting thoughts, step back and notice them. Silently label them: thinking, worrying, judging, remembering, planning. Then gently return to your breath or to what's in front of you. Do this again and again. This is discipline. Not motivation. Motivation comes and goes. Discipline is practice. It's choosing reality over drama, over and over. Slowly, you begin to see a space between you and your thoughts. A thought can shout, and you can still move. A thought can criticize you, and you can still stay calm. A thought can threaten you, and you can still act. That is real strength. A weak person is not someone with problems. A weak person is someone controlled by their thoughts. A strong person can hear the noise and not obey it. Here's something deeper. Most people stay in their head because they are afraid to feel. They don't want to feel sadness, so they analyze it. They don't want to feel fear, so they overplan. They don't want to feel shame, so they blame others in their mind. They don't want to feel loneliness, so they scroll. They don't want to feel uncertainty, so they look for constant reassurance. But you cannot think your way out of feelings. You have to feel them. The mind says, "Let's talk about it." The body says, "Please feel it." If you don't feel it, it stays stuck. So next time you're trapped in your head, ask yourself, what am I avoiding feeling right now? Is it fear? Disappointment? Anger? Embarrassment? Grief? The pain of not being where you want to be? Don't answer with a story. Answer with your body. Where do you feel it? In your chest? Throat? Stomach? Shoulders? Now here is the important part. Stay with the feeling. Not forever. Just long enough to breathe into it. Don't explain it. Don't label it. Just feel the raw sensation. Something surprising happens when you do this. The emotion starts to move. It changes. Because emotion is energy, it moves when you allow it. It becomes stuck when you trap it with thinking. When you stop thinking and start feeling, the cycle completes. Then you feel lighter. This freedom is not just an idea. It's physical. Your shoulders relax. Your breathing deepens. Your mind clears. You realize you didn't need to solve your whole life. You just needed to stop resisting what you feel. Now your mind might say, but what about my real problems? My job? My future? My goals? Living in your head does not make you productive. It just makes you tired. Overthinking feels like work, but it produces nothing. If you want results, you need clarity. If you want clarity, you need presence. If you want presence, you must stop feeding the spinning mind. Here's a simple rule: when your mind is noisy, move your body. Stand up. Wash your face. Go for a walk. Stretch. Clean something. Write one sentence. Do one push-up. Make your bed. Drink water. Action breaks the spell of overthinking. Most people sit and wait to feel ready. They wait for confidence. They wait for the perfect plan. The mind loves this because it keeps you safe and stuck. Instead, do the next obvious thing. Not your whole future. Not your 5-year plan. Just the next small step. Open the book. Send the message. Write the first paragraph. Practice for 10 minutes. Apply for one job. Clean one corner of the room. You don't think your way out of your head. You move your way out. So why do you keep going back to overthinking even when you understand all this? Because your identity lives there. You believe the thoughts that say, I'm this kind of person. I always mess up. I'm not confident. I'm shy. I'm unlucky. I'm behind. It's too late for me. But those are just thoughts repeated many times. They feel like facts because you've believed them for years. They are not who you are. They are just sentences in your mind. Then you say, I have no energy. Of course you don't. You poured it everywhere. The practice is to carry your attention like a full cup. Not tense. Not stiff. Just aware. When you eat, just eat. When you walk, just walk. When you talk, just talk. When you work, just work. Doing one thing at a time is powerful now because most people are distracted and divided. When you become more present, people will notice. You'll speak slower. You'll react less. You'll listen more. You'll choose your words carefully. You won't rush as much. Rushing is a sign of living in your head. A present person is calm, even when moving fast. Now here's the challenge. If you only feel inspired right now but don't practice, nothing will change. Your mind will turn this into another idea and then go back to its old habits tomorrow. So choose one area of your life where your mind causes the most pain. Maybe it's relationships. Maybe money. Maybe your self-image. Maybe your studies or work. Pick one. Now look at the pattern. What does your mind do there? Does it compare you to others? Does it imagine the worst? Does it shame you? Does it replay the past? Does it doubt everything? Good. See that this pattern is not you. It's a habit. And habits can be retrained. For the next 7 days, in that one area, practice this. When the mind starts telling its story, don't argue with it. Don't try to win. Don't try to prove it wrong. Just return. Return to your breath. Return to your body. Return to the next small action. If you get pulled back into thinking, return again. And again. And again. This is not about becoming a monk. It's about becoming free. A person who cannot guide their own mind is easy to control. Other people can trigger them with words. They can make them feel small. They can make them chase approval. They can make them try to prove themselves. And that person will call it love. Or respect. Or normal. It's not normal. It's being controlled. When you stop living in your head, you stop being so easy to manipulate. You don't need to win every argument. You don't need to impress people who don't care. You don't need to explain yourself to everyone. You don't build your life around fear of rejection. You become simpler. And simple people are hard to control. Now here is something important. Your mind is not always your enemy. Sometimes it helps you plan, solve problems, learn new skills, and create things. But it is only helpful when you use it as a tool, not when it uses you. When your mind gets loud, it's not helping you. It thinks it's protecting you. It believes that if it thinks enough, plans enough, and worries enough, you will be safe. But safety is never guaranteed. Life can change in one phone call, one mistake, one opportunity. If your peace depends on controlling everything, you will never feel peaceful. Peace comes from accepting that you can't control life, but you can train how you respond. Instead of asking, "What if something goes wrong?" ask, "If something goes wrong, can I handle it?" With practice, the answer becomes yes. Not because you control the world, but because you control yourself. That's the shift. You stop living like a scared animal always looking for danger. You start living calm, steady, and ready. Being strong doesn't mean being angry. It means being centered. And being centered means your attention is not scattered everywhere. There's another truth. Sometimes you live in your head because you're avoiding responsibility. As long as you're thinking, you can delay acting. Thinking feels productive, but it's often hiding. Action is risky. Action can fail. Action can show your real level. Thinking keeps you safe and invisible. You say, "I'm preparing." But you might be hiding. You say, "I'm waiting for the right time." But you might be hiding. You say, "I need more information." But you might be hiding. The mind is smart. It uses logic to protect fear. So you have to be smarter. Ask yourself, is this thought leading to action, or just to more thinking? If it leads to more thinking, stop. Breathe. Take the next small step. If it leads to action, do it. Yes, sometimes you need to plan. But plan calmly. Choose a time to plan. Write it down. Make decisions. Then stop planning and start doing. Planning all day is just worry dressed up as productivity. Now think about relationships. This is where living in your head causes a lot of pain. Someone doesn't reply quickly. Your mind says they don't care. Someone looks away. Your mind says you're not respected. Someone speaks sharply. Your mind says you're being attacked. Soon, you're upset about something that only happened in your imagination. So return to facts. What actually happened? What was actually said? A calm person deals with facts. An anxious person deals with stories. And stories can go on forever. Not everything needs a reaction. Some people try to provoke you just to get your attention. If you live in your head, you react to everything. You argue. You defend. You try to win. A present person sees the bait and doesn't bite. That's not weakness. That's control. Now let's talk about the biggest problem, how you talk to yourself. You speak to yourself in ways you would never speak to a friend. You call yourself lazy, stupid, behind, not good enough. Then you wonder why you don't feel confident. Confidence grows when you keep small promises to yourself and speak with honesty inside your own mind. Here's a simple practice. When you catch harsh self-talk, don't replace it with fake positive words. Replace it with direction. Instead of "I'm useless," ask, "What's the next step?" Instead of "I'm not enough," say, "Train." Instead of "I can't," say, "Try for 5 minutes." Instead of "I'm behind," say, "Start now." Direction is stronger than motivation. Imagine your mind as a noisy room. People shouting. Music loud. Phones ringing. You feel overwhelmed. Most people try to fix this by adding more noise, more thinking, more planning, more scrolling. But the solution is to step out of the room. How? Return to your breath. Feel your body. Notice your feet on the ground. Pay attention to what's real. The noise may still exist, but you are no longer trapped inside it. This is why meditation isn't something extra or spiritual. It's mental hygiene. You brush your teeth every day. Why not clean your mind? Even if you're busy, take small moments. Before you check your phone, take 10 slow breaths. Before you enter your home, feel your feet. When you wash your hands, feel the water. When you walk, just listen to the sounds around you. These small moments build strength. One day, without a big dramatic moment, you'll notice something. You react less. You feel calmer. You have more patience. The world didn't change. You changed. You stopped being controlled by every thought. Life feels different when you meet it directly, not through fear, not through old pain, not through imagined futures. Direct life is simple. Sometimes uncomfortable, yes. But honest. And honesty brings peace. Don't try to stop thinking forever. That's not the goal. The goal is skill. Skill means you can have thoughts and still stay present. Skill means you can feel fear and still act. Skill means you can be uncertain and still move forward. So stop asking, how do I stop thinking? Ask, how do I stop being controlled by thinking? The answer is always the same, return. Return to your breath. Return to your body. Return to the next small action. Return to reality. And every time you return, you wake up a little more. The saddest thing is not failing. The saddest thing is spending your whole life trapped inside your head and calling it living. So next time you notice yourself worrying or spiraling, don't get upset. Smile a little. You noticed. And noticing is the beginning of freedom.